So I've been having this internal conversation with myself all morning, and I decided to just pull over by the side of the road and talk to you guys about it to get it out of my head so I can get to work. So I've been thinking today about all the hidden expectations that we have as adults and that kind of society has for us in different social settings that can trip up our kids, especially our neurodiverse kids, because we don't really spell it out for them. And so we don't even know that they can't navigate that situation until they've done it badly. And then we're trying to fix the problem after the fact. And a lot of that can be eliminated by kind of pre-planning with our kids in situations. And it doesn't even have to be a situation that they've never encountered before, but one that we know that they had challenges with before. So, whether it's going to grandma's house or enduring a long Thanksgiving dinner or going to a birthday party of a friend of theirs, going to the store, if we can have a conversation with them beforehand, kind of let them know what's going to happen and, what our expectations are or the situation's expectations are. And then we can find out if in advance if they're going to have any problems. They might know right up front. But also, our kids are so anxious these days. And anxiety comes from being afraid of the future, of not knowing what's going to happen. So the more we can help them kind of anticipate what they're walking into, their anxiety levels will come down, which will make them be able to navigate the situation easier. Or we can, proactively come up with plan Bs, not the great phrase for it, but strategies to help them if they do get challenged in the middle of it. So let's say it's a birthday party for a friend. What are some of our hidden expectations? Our hidden expectations are that all eyes should be on the birthday kid, that they get to lead, that it's all about them being happy, that for 2 hours or whatever, we put aside our own, personal needs or desires for how things go and be totally there for the birthday kid, right? I mean, that's kind of some of our expectations, that we eat the food or that we say please and thank you, or that we, there's a whole bunch of things depending on who you are and how your family operates and, how the culture niche that you're in. I mean, all of that. So to talk to your kid beforehand and say, this is what's going to happen. All eyes are going to be on them. They're going to blow out the candles. They get to decide, the games that we play, all of that. That's explaining the situation. And then also, you have the ability then to say, and if any of that seems hard for you, let's come up with some alternative plans. Maybe you take some of your own toys so that you can play with them if you don't like what the rest of the group is doing. Or maybe we go for a short walk outside. Maybe you can, we can come up with some kind of hand signal or face signal if things are getting really hard for you. And, we'll just take a little break. There's just so many things that we can do in advance that help our kids succeed. But we have to understand that we have all these hidden expectations, or that there are all these expectations in a particular situation. Thanksgiving dinner, you sit at the table, you listen to all the conversation, you ask politely for food to be passed, there's just a bunch of things that maybe you have or your parents or your aunts and uncles have, that are going to be expected of your kids. And if we don't let them know ahead of time, we're setting them up to fail a lot of the time, especially if we know that, we have neurodiverse kids who have, challenges in particular areas. So talking about it in advance, kind of laying out the map for them, then allows us to do some role playing or some, strategizing for when things get hard. So it's really valuable to look at every situation especially if you're dealing with challenging behaviors or you've got kids who are really anxious, to help them navigate those. And there's so much we can do ahead of time. So that's my thought today. And I just, one more thought, like going to the store. It seems like such a basic thing, right? But your kid might need to hear, you know, we're only buying what's on the list, or I'm giving you $1. You can buy something that you like that's for $1. Or, you know, we stay with mom in the cart. We don't run away. We don't pick up things off the shelf. I mean, there's, you know, again, a whole bunch of expectations you might have or assumptions you might have that you have maybe never communicated to your kids. And then when they do something that they're motivated to do that goes against that, we can totally react. We get embarrassed, we get angry or whatever. It's not really their fault because we haven't told them in advance how we expect them to behave. And so the onus is on us to make it as smooth an experience as possible until we know that they've learned the skills, that they've got the understanding for that particular situation to be able to navigate it well. Okay, that's my thought. I can go to work. Thanks. Bye.